to this Roman. It said on there, but make sure Baba Shah. All right, Shalom. We want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, this is GMS Houston Camp. We out here once again to do the work of the Most High. And His Son, is their true names in the Hebrew. The Heavenly Father name is Yahweh, and His Son name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? Right. And we out here to prophesy the downfall of America. All right, this is the last kingdom to stand on the planet Earth before the nation of Israel rules this planet Earth in righteousness.
Forever.
And American rulership is accompanied by NATO and the EU, which makes up the beast.
Right.
And that's the power structure that's ruling this planet Earth. All right? And we out here in hopes that these words fall on the ears of the elect. And they wake up if the elect hadn't already been sealed. Bring out Ecclesiastes 3:1. And get Deuteronomy 28. Oh, Deuteronomy 28 and I think it's 64. And start from the top. Well, I said
Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Right. So
right.
that even goes for who's in rulership. When a kingdom. When the kingdom rises and the kingdom rises in the power through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I believe, can you get Psalm 75 and I think it's verse 6 real quick. And also when that kingdom falls, it's a time and a season for every kingdom to rise and to fall.
Right.
Right.
And it's all, and that happens by through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Also get Daniel 4:17. I'll bring that out first. Yeah, start at verse 6. Or what verse 5? Yeah, start at verse 6. Okay.
Psalm 75 and verse 6. For promotion come neither from the east nor from the west.
All right, what's that talking about? Promotion comes neither from the east nor the west. Promotion meaning being a kingdom, being promoted in the power seat.
Right.
All right, from one side of the earth to the other side of the earth, if a kingdom rises into power, okay. Read all that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the scripture break it down.
Okay. Go back from the top. It said Psalm 75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west nor from the south, but Yahweh is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another.
Yeah. Right. So what the scripture is saying is, men that rule kingdoms, they don't come into power on their own.
Right.
The promotion ultimately comes from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh.
Right.
He put it down. He set it up one and put it down another. How does he word it?
Verse 7. But Yahweh is the judge. He put it down one and set up another.
Yeah, he put it. That's fucking safe, man.
Come.
He put it down one kingdom and he set it up another. You know, you have these heathens on the planet Earth, and even our people,
Right.
so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they think that wars are fought, and then that particular nation that came into power, it just happened by the military might of that particular nation.
Right.
And it don't work like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's the process, but ultimately the Most High is over who wins the war and who's promoted to rulership.
Right.
All right, and then when that kingdom does his time ruling, then the Most High is responsible for taking that kingdom down.
Yep.
So right now, we're in the time of the Most High putting this place down.
Right.
The power structure that rules this planet Earth is the beast. Read about the beast in Revelation, Daniel, what's that, 7? And talk about the 4 beasts. And then you go to the book of Revelation, it's mentioned throughout the Revelation 12, Revelation 17, and others in other chapters, all right, which is NATO, EU, and in America. That's the power force on this planet right now, and they on their way out. Bring that out, all right?
So this is Daniel 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy Ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High.
Matter of fact, Baba Salaki, can you start over, Baba?
Come. Daniel 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy Ones, to
Right.
the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
See, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Even
Right.
with Esau, because the beast is comprised, the rulership is comprised of Edomites. All right?
Right.
The so-called white man's biblical nationality are Edomites, which they go back to their forefather Esau. Okay? You can read that in Genesis 36. Get that real quick. I think it's 1. Then it's also in like another verse, like the 5th verse. Yeah, get that.
This is Genesis 36 and verse 1.
Y'all can come through.
Oh, y'all good, bro.
Genesis 36 and verse 1. Now these are the generation of Esau, who is Edom.
Right, and go to the other one.
And go down to verse 8, he say, though it's dwell Esau in Mount Seir, Esau is Edom. And
Yeah.
verse 9, and these are the generation of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
See that? The father of the Edomites. But not all Edomites, because you got regular, average Edomites that are not part of the rulership. But what they do get is they get Edomite privilege.
Right.
And now that's getting stripped from them.
Yep.
It's a sign that they're going down.
Yep.
Come.
Edomites don't have the same Edomite privilege that they once had.
You're
Right.
right.
Yeah. You go on your on these particular jobs, you work these jobs, you see Edomites, he might be making $1 more than you.
Or on the side of you.
Or $1 less.
Or less.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And they don't like it.
Yeah, the pay gap between Jacob, which is the so-called Negro, the head of Jacob is Judah, the so-called Negroes, and then the so-called white man, Esau, or the Edomites, the pay gap for the average white person, or between the average white person and so-called black person, is only $10,000, roughly. I think the average so-called black man make $42,000 a year, and the average so-called white man makes $50,000 a year. So they not doing too good.
Oh, no.
Not by they standards.
Yeah, not by themselves. They
Yeah.
need they wife got to go out and work and bring in the other whatever, you know,
Yeah.
so that they can live their lifestyle.
And they gotta have good credit. So
Yeah.
they can get the shit that they want, so they can look like they got more than what they have. And they do have, you know, they are more prone to have good credit in this credit-based society.
Yep.
Right.
That's what they pretty much live off their credit card.
Yeah.
Credit, you know,
Oh,
like you
yeah.
just
Right.
said, just credit.
All right, go back to where we're in Daniel. Read that again. Daniel 4:17.
Top.
Yes, sir.
This is Daniel 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the Holy One,
Right.
to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right. So even right now, Esau being in rulership, he didn't come get in the rulership by
Right.
his great wisdom. The Most High gave him the wisdom that he that he has, that he rules by, all right, which is really wicked on the left-hand side,
Right.
okay?
It says,
And that shows you the power of the Most High, because the Most High controls both sides,
Yep.
Right.
you know? Go ahead.
it says, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men.
Right.
That's it.
And Esau is the basis of all mankind.
Yes.
Of all nations that exist, Esau is the most base. And you can read Job, the 30th chapter.
Yeah.
It goes into how vile and decrepit and low Esau really is.
Yeah.
You know? Now we can go back to
Yes.
Ecclesiastes
Son, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 2.
and still hold that Deuteronomy 28:64.
It says, Ecclesiastes 3, verse 2, it says, a time to be born.
You know what, Salaki? I didn't finish my thought. The so-called white man is in rulership because the Most High put him in rulership.
Right.
And everything's going according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Esau is not doing what the fuck he want to do in the earth. All right? He's doing what he was created to do, was to beat the wicked.
That's it.
And to show, really to show us, the Israelites, the highest point of wickedness. And we're witnessing it. And that's why the Most High is going to take this bastard out of power, is because his time is up, for one, for prophecy's sake, and because this man had ruled in the most wicked,
Right.
wickedness out of all nations that ever came into power.
Right.
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 This is the worst, most abominable kingdom to ever stand
Right.
in the history of mankind. That's why when you go to Revelation 17 and verse, get that real quick, Revelation 17 and verse 3. It's either 3 or 4. This is the stamp of Esau's rulership that the Most High put on it. Actually, he stamped it on their proverbial forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Going on 17, verse 4, you said?
Verse 5.
Okay, all right.
We'll read verse 4 here, verse 4, and then verse 5.
Son. This is Revelation 17, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored, and decked with
That woman is talking about America,
Right.
all right? And that her being decked in scarlet color and purple, and it says gold.
It says, and decked with gold and precious stones and
Right.
pearls.
That represents royalty.
Right.
Or being in the power seat,
Right.
the
Yeah.
rulership. All right? Yeah, they just coming back and forth, back and forth.
And it ain't even
Ain't
nobody
nobody
down
on
here.
All that shit is for show.
Right.
That show you the man pan the camera around. This show you that this place is done. You
It's
know?
a nice day, too.
Bad streets.
Yeah, it's a nice
No
day.
traffic.
It's kind of hot out here, but it's not.
Yeah, it ain't
Uh,
unbearable.
Right.
It's
Bad
not hot as
streets
it's been
that way.
over the past this summer. It's been a hot summer out here. Well, it's hot. It's always hot, super hot down south
Right.
in the southern states, as well as other states too. Arizona get real hot. Parts of California get real hot. Vegas gets real. Nevada gets real hot. You know, but point being is, it's a nice day. We're in the 4th largest city in America, and it's pretty much destitute out here.
Right.
And from what I heard from certain other brothers, if you go to their downtown area, it look the same way.
Right.
You know?
The American spirit, that American pride spirit, all that's been zapped, man.
Right.
Ever since this thing been going on globally, you know, that it been super zapped. But even before that, man, it was zapped. This place right here, when we used to come out here and speak, it used to be people in and out. That used to be something.
Right.
All this stuff, Macy's is gone. Everything is gone, man. It's like the brothers talking about, ain't nobody down here. Hell, there ain't nowhere to go down here. Unless you gonna go to the corner store. Everything else is closed.
I can say this real quick. That little museum, that round building across the street didn't last, what, 3 months?
I think they just rented that to have a expo.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
Right.
Can't
Because
nobody
it's,
afford
yeah, it's
this
empty,
shit.
right.
Yep. Let's go back to the scripture. Revelation 17 and 4.
Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls,
Right?
having a golden cup in her hand.
Right, and before you read on, the America, through the hand of the so-called white man Esau, they held this cup out to all the nations,
Mhm.
all right, and told them this way of life is gonna make your life better.
Mhm.
You
Jeremiah
drink out of this
15:7.
golden cup, or drink from this golden cup, it's going to improve the quality of your life and the peoples of your nation.
Right.
You know, and the scriptures say that this woman, the beast, America, the Babylon the Great, called it all the nations to drink of her wine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Esau put that cup out there and he sold it to us.
Yep,
We
yep.
came up in grade school, and they tell you that the way we think that the model that they set before us to live, how to live, is the best way of the best quality of life.
Right.
We grew up thinking that, man, we blessed in a sense. Maybe talking about being in that old mindset. We blessed to live in this country
Yeah, yeah.
versus in a third world country.
Yeah, yeah.
And they push that in the media.
Yeah.
Right.
Like all these other so-called third world countries, it's just
Shithole.
yeah, and they got a
Trump said.
what's that word? Tyranny.
Tyranny, a tyrant.
A tyrant government.
Yeah, yeah.
Socialist government.
Yeah.
Dictatorship type governments. That they got to go around the world and liberate the average people of these other nations. And we come to find out that, you know, and we woke up, even before waking up to the truth. You get older, you get as a grown up, become a grown up, and you start saying, damn, all the shit they sold us,
Right.
you know, is BS. We start, you know, them curses, we start feeling them, understanding them curses is on us. What I mean by that, let me clarify that is,
Right.
when you're a child, you're not really worried about if you catching hell, it ain't, you know, it's not registering
Right.
about all the hell you may be catching.
Right.
But when you get to an adult, you like, damn, it's hard out here. So it's hard out here. So that's what Jake, you know, observed when they get older.
Yep.
Damn, it's a struggle out here.
Yeah.
Things ain't going my way, but they told us something different coming up.
Exactly.
Was last hired, first fired.
Yep.
Right.
They even say it's real hard for a so-called black man to get a business loan or any
Oh,
kind of loan
man.
for that matter. You got to jump through all kind of hoops. I remember E40, the rapper E40 from
Cali,
Oakland,
Oakland.
Bay Area or something.
Yeah, he from
The Bay-
Vallejo.
Okay, yeah, he was talking about. I think he was the owner of Fat Burger, or One Fat Burger, I think. I don't know if he had a share in it or what it was, but he said he went to get well, this is what it was. Whatever business he had, and I think it's Fat Burger. I can't remember. I could be wrong on that. He put all his own money in to get that going. Then he wanted to open up another business. I forget what the business was, but he wanted to open up another business, and he wanted to use business loan to get that business off the ground.
Right.
And he said they denied him. He said he had his paperwork in order and
Damn.
everything, and he even had proof that he had a successful business, you know, on his, you know,
Yeah.
in his portfolio or whatever.
Yeah.
And they denied him.
Sound about right.
That sounds like
You know?
Yeah. Shit, Esau get off the bus and walk in the bank and get
Shit.
a loan.
Got a precept. Oh yeah, you can bring it up.
This is Jeremiah 51:7.
There it is.
He say, Babylon has been a golden cup
From the Lord.
in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken, and the
Barakatah.
nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the nation are mad.
Barakatah.
So we got the whole earth that got a taste of this man's wine, man. We got it first over here under being in captivity under this devil. You know, we got it the worst and still getting it. Because you got 2/3 of our people that is still drinking that wine and they love
Right.
it. You know? Even though they getting their ass kicked, they still pursuing in the ways of this Babylonian juice.
Yep.
That wine.
Yep.
You know, they pursuing life, going about life according to Esau's way,
Right.
which is all the wine that's in that cup. So what's in the cup? Democracy's in the cup.
Yep.
Christianity.
Christianity's in the cup,
Oh,
which that's
yeah.
accompanied with really Caesar Borgia is accompanied with Christianity.
Yes.
Right.
You can't have one without the other.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Getting caught up in the credit and living your life based upon worried about your credit score. You know?
Yeah, really, you could just say the fractional, the international banking system, fractional reserve banking, because that's
Right.
it's credit based, you know, and that's these international bankers. That's why they call them international. They got their banks all over the world.
Yep.
That's part of that wine.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yep.
What else? The abominable acronym.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. The LGBTQ on to Z community. Gotta say Z because what zoophilia was it? Zoophilia?
Zoophilia.
That they pushing this corrupt, abominable place.
Damn.
And that's at the top. That's at the top of the agenda is to push that abominable acronym.
Right.
You know, medicine. Well, a false sense of what medicine is.
Yep.
So it's a lot of wickedness and destructive things for our lives in that cup. Go ahead.
Taxes.
Yeah, you know, tax has been around. You know.
Well,
But his thing is about taxes, you really, taxes supposed to be, your nation is supposed to help put in taxes, so to speak, to take care of your nation. You know what I'm saying? And they
Right.
push that bullshit to us, that our tax dollars go to help keep this place going, that we all contributing to Social Security and what is that? The
Medicare,
roads, keeping the
Medicaid.
roads
Yeah,
and bridges up to par, infrastructure, and schools.
Better education for your children.
Right. And I believe on that documentary, Freedom to Fascism, they was going into, I forget who the president was, but the cabinet of that particular president, they did an investigation on taxes, where the taxes was going. And they said less than 2% of the taxes
God.
went out to what they tell us is going to. And they went into how, you know, it's a tax on gasoline, that's take care of the roads and bridges. And then some other taxes, when you pay your homeowners association fees, it's the fees in there that goes to the school district. So this bastard is paying just been lying, man.
Right.
You know, he lied to the world and told us, look, this is, you drink this and your life is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then we drunk, and everybody that drunk this wine, and read it again, and this is what happened. 51, Jeremiah 51:7.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 7 from the top. He said, Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hands. He had made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nation are mad.
Right. Yeah, the nations is pissed off.
Yes.
They said we got in bed with this man
Right.
through contracts, and he screwed us over.
Yep.
A good it's not really a documentary. I guess it's seminars that the guy's name is the guy that speaking at the seminars is John, the author of the book Economic Hitman. And he's doing different speakers on it. Somebody can look his name up.
And it's Smith.
The first name is John. I'm not sure. Smith. But he wrote a book. And he also got speakers up on the YouTube going into what the Economic Hitman is all about. And what it's
John
about
Perkins.
is John
Okay.
Perkins. Yeah.
Perkins, yeah.
And he goes into how Esau got his wine into these other countries
Mm-hmm.
or the other nations, so you can understand. You know, I'm not gonna go all into that, but you know, it's a good watch. You just type in Economic Hitman, and he go into it. And when it should have pissed you off, you might want to lock your doors and all your windows, you know, because this man was doing heinous shit. And then this Edomite John Perkins is up there acting like he's so sympathetic about, because he was part of it. He
Right.
was going out doing it.
Right.
He was an economic hitman. But that's one way that this bastard then got his wine into these other countries, you know. And now they's looking at it, and well, when he came to them with it, he told them this is gonna work and it's gonna make you and your people prosper.
Oh,
That's all.
just real quick, just to show you how guilty this bastard really is, it's actually called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. So now he want to come clean
Oh,
and
that's the name of the book?
Come.
Oh, okay. So
And he just did all that as a means to make money.
yeah, cause shit,
Yeah,
it's on
of course.
Amazon
Yeah.
for $62.
He don't give a shit.
Yeah, he don't, but you hear him speak. And I ain't never read the book, but I heard him speak about it. And I mean, he's acting like he's just so destroyed about,
Yeah.
how much money you done donated to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native
Yeah.
Americans.
Right.
Or these places you hit on.
Right.
And these devils,
That's one of the methods of the elite. That one of their pay methods is they'll allow certain people to put out a book, and then all of a sudden it'll become a bestseller. They'll make all this money. That's one way that they pay off certain of their pundits. you know,
Right.
That they've done work for them over the years. You know, you see all these people like Oprah, T.D. Jakes, and put these books out. Those are payoffs, basically. You know, because you can put out a book and be, chock full of information. That shit won't even, you
Right.
probably sell a few hundred copies. But yeah, that's one of what the brother's saying. Right. You got it, brother.
That's it. Let's go back and let's get through that Revelation 17 and 4.
When it
Can
says,
I say something real quick? And even when they put like the Economic Hitman, they can put out all of the business now. It's at the point, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people know what the hell is going on. They see through all of the madness. They see the agenda. There's a lot of people that see the agenda of what's really going on right now globally. But what can you do? there's nothing the people can do. All the marching, none of that's gonna matter.
Yep.
They got places for the people that's out marching and protesting.
Right.
Yeah.
They got all that set up, you know.
Right.
And
Shalom.
Shalom, man. Shalom. All that set up. Is no way to stop the agenda. The only way to get out of the whole thing that's going on
Shalom.
is through this truth, and that's only gonna be for the elect of the nation of Israel.
That's it. All right, go ahead.
Revelation 17, the latter part of it, verse 4, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination.
See, now this is what Esau didn't tell us and didn't tell nobody in the,
Right.
in the earth. What was in the cup?
Right.
He lied about what was in the cup. Go ahead, huh?
Right, he disguised it because it was gold.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, because it was once upon a time that nations believed that America really had streets paved in
Pay it
gold.
right.
And if they came over here, and then you still got really from his Jakes. It's really the Jakes from like certain parts of West Africa that they and I've heard this from. I've actually heard this out of Jake's own mouth.
Yes.
Like from Ghana, one particular Jake was from Ghana. He told me he grew up his whole life, and him and his family, and their goal was to get to America, so that they can have a better quality of life.
Right.
And then he say, man, I say that ain't what it is, huh? He say, nah, man. He said, yeah, he was
fooled us.
Yeah.
They lied in
He
the
was
brochure.
working in
I mean,
the
see.
sweatshop with me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just like when we was growing up, you thought you gonna go to school. When you graduate, you gonna marry a woman, have you a daughter and a son, and you gonna build you a house and
The
go
white
to
picket
work,
fence.
yeah, and have a dog. And
Right.
everybody thought that's how it was gonna be when you grew up. But meanwhile, you watching cousin so and so and
Right.
uncle this and that and what you calling them from down the street. Everybody still living in Swallow.
Right.
Like, what the hell? I thought when we grow up, we supposed to all be successful.
Right. And even if you got money, especially for Jake, it's still the family structure is chaotic.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
adultery's running rampant.
yes.
You know,
Women in power.
children out of order.
Yes.
Yeah, women running the household.
That's part of that wine.
Yeah, that's part of the one.
Liberation for women. That's something else these other countries, they tasted that and was like, oh, that don't taste good.
Hell no.
Yeah, these other countries, man, that stick to their cultures, they not about women being in no type of power, man.
Right. And a lot of these nations, they come over here and they gotta watch their grandchildren, or maybe be children and grandchildren, get indoctrinated with this westernized way of living.
Yes.
You know, watching little Moabites walking around looking like a nigga.
Yeah. Or on TikTok twerking.
Yeah.
Y'all looked at a meme on the social media. It was an older Issacharite woman. She say, I snuck in the border, snuck my family in through the border to get over here, and her granddaughter was in the mirror twerking and shit. And she say, I snuck over here and took all these chances to come over here and make a living and make a better life and get away from Mexico and all this for this. And her granddaughter was in the mirror with some spandex on, a little halter top, shaking her ass and gyrating and shit like that, you know.
Right.
But that's the wine Esau sold.
Right.
Let your women be free.
Yeah, the scriptures speak about giving a woman liberty.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
don't do it.
And you see the women over there in Afghanistan, they paying for it now because they had 20 years liberty. But now them Taliban,
Yeah, the Taliban, they
nah,
cut
we
that
ain't playing
shit
no
out.
more. You set that down. So now,
Yeah,
It's
leaving your
democracy.
ex-president, his wife sitting there posing naked.
Yeah, this is the way of life.
Yeah,
And this is the way of life that's pushed down the throats of the peoples of the world. And they telling you it's okay. It's all good. See, you can be a part of the alphabet community or in agreement with it. The abominable acronym community, Salaki.
Right.
And or be in agreement with it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a man have more than one woman, he's a dog. He's a no good chauvinist.
Masculine.
Right, masculine toxic masculinity.
Right, just having a woman in order.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
toxic,
If
yeah.
you got one woman and you got her where she's in some type of order, people go out their way, especially
Right.
her family, to try to get her away from you or get her to rebel against you. You know, that's why most of us single right now.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause that's the way of America, man. They want the women to be slutted out.
Right.
You know,
And you the terrorist now.
Right.
yeah, you the bad guy.
You the horrible. Not the bad, you horrible.
But you watched your grandmother and your grandfather and possibly your great grandparents stay together for years,
Right.
and raise families and be happy and they work together. They work together. Now it ain't no working together. Now it's I gotta do everything in my power to make sure this woman is happy.
Right. Men
That's
are
sucker
men
shit,
are terrified of their woman leaving them
Yes.
because their self-esteem is so low that they don't believe they can go out and get another woman. For a lot of men, anyway.
And then a lot of Jake is subject to living off the fucking woman because they can't even make it and shit. So they settling and fucking for some woman that they can gotta rely on to lay their head down at the end of the day and shit. So that was another reason why they be sitting there dealing with this bullshit. Scared of fucking having somewhere to lay their head to this damn woman.
Yeah, afraid of another thing, afraid of child support, afraid of alimony, afraid of these things, man, because child support and alimony is killing
Eat you alive.
all men, and especially Jake.
Right.
But even Esau is getting a taste
Yeah,
of it.
I'm a taste.
That's where your MGTOW
Yeah.
movement, that whole MGTOW movement was started behind disgruntled Edomites,
Yeah, this brother.
pissed off because they done got messed over by their wife.
Yep.
And
And
was
it wasn't
sipping.
shit they could do about it.
Right.
But know that your wife is out there slutting, and all you can possibly do is get in touch with a lawyer and try to get some type of evidence so you can go and file for a divorce against this bitch or this whore. My bad.
And then when you file the divorce, which, all right, when you say you the man that files the divorce, she gets to take half in most cases.
At least half. The house and the children.
Right.
Yeah, the cheering ain't
And
even
the
a question.
dog.
Right.
Yeah, we let me keep my dogs and shit.
At least let me keep my dog.
Hey, let's go. Right?
Revelation 17 verse 5. And upon her forehead was
And
a
upon
name.
her forehead, okay, metaphorically speaking. All right, on Who's for America. So the brand, the description, the character,
Yeah.
with the characteristics of this country. If you flew a banner over this place, this is what it is. We're gonna read about it.
The description. What's the content?
What is America all about? What does America represent? So on her forehead, this is what it'll be
Right.
stamped on her forehead.
Like the
Was a
Doberman
name
on the
written,
sticker.
Mystery
Hey,
Babylon.
this the Most High out there, man. I like the way the Most High put this speech together, man. You know? He's saying upon her forehead, because she's a whore. Go ahead, all right?
Was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth.
Yeah, mystery, Babylon, not just Babylon, but Babylon the Great. And the word Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion.
Right.
So this place is not only confusing, but it's greatly confusing.
Yes.
So now you have to watch You gotta watch out, and because you don't, it's hard to tell a man from a woman these days.
Right.
You gotta be careful approaching what you may think to be a woman.
Right.
With all the technology and surgeries and all the pills and injections and all that type of stuff that a man can take, you got men walking around here looking like women. They got a procedure where they do shave the Adam's apple.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
So if you try to do the Adam apple check, in some cases,
Ain't gonna work.
it ain't gonna work.
That's wicked.
Yeah, this man is wicked,
Right.
and he gonna pay for all of this shit.
That's right.
All right, was that in on that? Right. So, no, read it again. Read verse 5 again. I like that. I love. That's one of my favorite verses. in the scripture.
Revelation 17,
Because
verse
it
5.
describes how wicked this man is. Go ahead. Al.
Cunning, it's all on cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, right. The whole verse. Huh? Yeah.
Revelation 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots.
Right, because at a point in time, it was a mystery of who this whore was, who Babylon the Great was. All right, but now we know. Okay, now we have this knowledge and understanding of the scriptures. We know. If we was in the world, back when we was in the world, in that Gentile state of mind, we could have read the scripture. We wouldn't know what the hell they was talking
Right.
about.
Right.
Now you did have Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin, certain artists made songs about, about Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
might have been as close to Jacob as far as so them Benjamites knew, according to the scripture, this Babylon the Great. Some of them Benjamites, they knew that.
Yeah.
That's talking about America. But I would open this up and went to Revelation 7 and 5. Hey, congregation, open up your Bibles to Revelation 17 and 5, which they would never do.
Yeah, right. That ain't gonna happen.
Man, they would know, nobody would know what it's talking about. Then the pastor gonna feed you some lies or pull somebody out his raggedy ass.
Right.
Right.
But anyway, read that out. It's a lie.
It says,
Can't get off of it.
Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots, and
The mother of harlots.
Right.
So basically, like when you go into the book of Nahum, the 3rd chapter, I believe, can you go to Nahum 3, where it talk about the mistress of witchcraft.
Yeah.
So when you go into the word mistress is the feminine way of saying master.
Right.
So in a sense, it's worded different over here, but this is the master, okay, or the top of harlots, okay. And what does that mean? What are they talking about? Really getting you to commit spiritual adultery, getting us, the Israelites, to commit spiritual adultery. All right? Pushing out these different philosophies, right? And taking hold of these different philosophies, right? Is how you, it's how us Israelites, that's how we commit spiritual adultery against the Most High. All right? Because these what people don't know is these philosophies, there's an idol attached to them. All right, that was it on that. Is it more?
It says the mother of harlots and
The mother
abomination
of harlots and abominations.
of the earth.
You see? So she's not only the mother of harlots, but the mother of abominations. So this is the worst thing going, worst place going in the world. Why they tell through the media, they feed us that Saddam Hussein was the worst thing going at one point. Muammar Gaddafi was the worst thing going at one point. Osama bin Laden
Yeah.
was the worst thing going. as well as with some of
Fidel
the,
Castro.
Yeah, Fidel Castro. And a
What's
lot-
the guy in Venezuela?
Oh,
The guy,
I can't think of
I
it.
can't think of it either.
That what's the one in Syria? President of Syria.
Back, I'll
Not maybe in Syria. When he's gassing the people, he said he was committing chemical warfare against the people.
something daddy,
Damn, I can't think.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, sure. If I'm saying it
Bashar
correctly.
al-Assad.
Oh, okay. Say it again. I
Bashar
should have
al-Assad.
known that. Well, anyway, you know, their government is the bad guys of the earth. When the whole time it's been this place.
right.
Now, what do we have? Brothers have precepts? Yeah, the lady.
This is Nahum 3 and verse 4. Because of the multitude of her whoredoms, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nation through her whoredoms,
Right,
family.
now this is at the time. This was scribed. This was dealing with the Syrians, right? But this applies to America. America is fits this bill really way above the Assyrians.
Right.
The Assyrians ain't got shit on what they was doing back, because they was doing a bunch of wickedness and abominable things too at that particular time. But that don't have nothing on compared to what, but that don't have nothing on the shit that Esau's doing today.
He's doing it throughout the whole earth.
I mean, this man didn't turn the earth into a wilderness. And when you go into that word wilderness, it's dealing with a uninhabitable.
Yeah.
He done made this place uninhabitable for the people, especially right here in America, man.
Yeah.
Right.
The last few mornings I came in from work, I have never seen that many chemtrails. They be spraying them at night too.
Yeah,
Come.
When the moon is shining bright, you can see chemtrails in the sky at
Right.
nighttime.
Yeah, this man that made this place this world a place where you don't want to live.
Right.
And you want to know what's crazy? And it's not really crazy because we understand that the Most High set everything up the way it is in the earth. You know, you got 2/3 of our people right here in this land that think this is this shit. They
Yeah.
think the American way is the way. You got that sentiment of the title of that 50 Cent first album, Get
Yeah.
Rich or Die Trying.
Right.
I had a young girl tell me the other day, I don't need college. I'm gonna get rich and create generational wealth. I said, damn, the earth is ending, and you
Yeah.
think you're about to accumulate generational wealth.
Shit.
But that's where her mind is at. Even though, even if this place was to go on, it ain't gonna happen.
Exactly.
They don't have the discipline, the knowledge nor the discipline to create generational wealth.
Right.
You know?
Wealth is one thing, but generational wealth
Right.
is something. Just wealth by itself, $20 million ain't wealth.
Right.
You gotta have over $20 million just to be considered rich.
Yeah. And Esau not gonna let a
No.
Israelite accumulate generational wealth.
No.
And then you gotta have, as a nation or people, you gotta have a structure that's passed down, a disciplined structure. And this structure is America that's built for them to have that generational wealth.
Oh, I forgot. Exception of one person, Moneybag Yo, the rapper. His girlfriend bought him 28 acres of land.
You know who the hell that is.
Yeah, but I mean, under the curses, say you did get a substantial amount of money and top you up, the people coming behind you gonna fuck it off anyway because the curses.
Right, you're gonna leave your money to a fool.
Now, is it on that scripture?
Now he's still going down more. But you got to
Yeah, right. This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall
Can you
the
start back up, man?
Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Right. Should be esteemed is going into recognized
Yeah.
as the potter's clay. Who's the potter? The Most High is the potter. The clay is in this context of the scripture is the so-called white man that has turned everything upside down.
Yes.
The wicked.
Okay.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the
Right. And
thing
what that's saying is, before you read on, Salaki, is that it's nothing, because if the Most High is the potter of the clay, and the clay turned everything upside down, then it's nothing for the Most High to straighten everything back out in the earth. All right? To shake that clay up, which is shake this earth up in its proper order. Because the Most High set this man up to rule, and knew this man was gonna, made this man rule in a wicked, abominable fashion.
Yep.
Because the Most High controls both sides.
Yep.
He had to show us this is the negative effects of being this is the negative effects of breaking the law. This is what it brings on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Death, destruction, disease, chaos, mourning, and the list goes on. All right, I go ahead, brother.
It says, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding.
Right, and the mindset of Esau is this is his mind towards the Most High. If the way you set the earth, you set the order of the earth up, I'm gonna redo it, but I'm gonna do it the complete opposite. See, the Most High set up a righteous order for the whole planet. From the elements, the ordinance of the heavens, the sun, the moon, the stars, the oceans, the animals, the fowls of the air, the creeping things,
Yeah.
the insects and whatnot, and the nations of people. Everything got a certain order on how the Most High set it up for it to run.
Yes.
And Esau went against the grain, completely against the grain.
Yes. Hell yes.
You know, that's his mind. You know what? I don't like the way his
Whose phone?
What happened?
It's froze, but the live is still going. The audio, but the video froze.
Oh shit! I'm not sure. The whole live stream. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I could refresh it. Something. Let me see. Is there a way to refresh this? Man, that's Satan, man. Can you hear it? Is it? You can hear it, but you can't see
Yeah,
it.
you can still hear it.
The audio is still going, but the video is froze.
Maybe if you stop it and start it over.
So hit the X.
Yeah, and just start over. Yeah. Say it
All right.
again.
Let's see.